0% of you are subscribed. Fix that.
So anyway, okay, the answer is complicated, and I'll try to... No, I'm not going to try to speak slow. So, first of all, America cutting off even slightly...
Be more condescending. Speak slow. No, speak slow, Vaush. I want to hear you speak slow.
Sure. If America cuts trade relations or significantly reduces them with certain parts of the global south, an interdependence that we have formed will be reduced or possibly broken, which would make it less economically devastating for us to contrive reasons to destabilize their governments or invade their people. Likewise, the American people, if they were subjected to economic austerity as a product of our desire to make global trade relations more equal, would probably lead to them being war-hungry. Americans, like people of any other country, are generally self-interested and don't really give a fuck about people outside their borders, though admittedly Americans do this quite a bit more than any other country I can think of. So my concern about those behaviors and that response is that it would lead to an isolationist and militarily aggressive United States that would end up trying to ameliorate the commodity price hike by invading other countries and forcibly reestablishing essentially colonialist trade relations. My belief, my hope, is that it's possible to take advantage of the coming climate change destabilization to weaken America domestically to the extent that non-government agencies from America and places in the global south with weakening trade relations to America can develop economic autonomy in a way that still fosters American economic dependence, so they can't invade, but also allows those countries to industrialize past, say, sweatshops. This system could simultaneously enrich the global south and keep America's hands off the rest of the world. Because the more economically prosperous these countries become, the less likely an invasion from America, or even like foreign interference can be. The more developed a country is, the more democratized a country it is, the harder it is for America to interfere. That just seems to be the way the world works. It's easier to interfere with autocracies. It's easier to interfere with poor countries. We want to make these countries wealthy. We want to have them form international trade blocs so that countries in Africa and countries in Southeast Asia can work together to form blocks of commodity exchange that are comparable, at least a little bit, to the EU, America, and China. And if they do that for long enough, they might be able to form a kind of economic interdependence that allows them to fully break free of American trade relations in an exploitative sense, and then they are on equal playing field. They're too powerful and too interconnected to invade, plus if America tried to install a new government, the rest of the world would be mad at America because now we've destabilized a highly industrialized and technologically advanced country, and for that reason we are cutting trillions out of the global economy for years to come. That's my dream. International trade relations and trading blocs to fight American and Chinese economic hegemony are the best shots that we have at developing the global south. Now, the best thing about all of that is that these trading blocs are, they increase productivity. The more they develop, the more productive they become, the more wealth they generate. There is always more wealth to be found. And we're limited not by trade relations, but rather by our ability to grow without destroying the planet. If we invest trillions into green energy, which we are capable of doing internationally, we can scrub carbon from the skies and from the ocean, we can reinvigorate our planet, and we can do it without ever taking precious iPhones away from dumbass American white boys who are bad at Bloodborne. That's my dream. I think that's the better answer. I think that's the best thing that we can do.
So like if it's commodities that like if it's commodities that are like artificially inflated, so like okay,